You're about to take the B2 First Cambridge exam, and you're really worried about those keyword transformations, part 4 of the Reading and Use of English paper. And I understand why, because these questions, if you don't know what to do, can be absolutely terrible. And so today I'm going to give you an opportunity to do something that you should never do in the exam. And that's so that you avoid doing it in the exam. I'm going to give you 5 opportunities to make some very, very silly mistakes. The question is, are you going to make the mistakes? And if you do, are you going to learn from them so you don't make them in the exam? Let's find out. Let's take a look at our first keyword transformation, and let's see if you make a terrible mistake. If your answer to this question was, Sarah told us that we have to bring a gift to the party, then you're very, very wrong. I'm sorry, you failed. You're a failure. Boo-hoo. But why? Why is this answer wrong? Well, I'll tell you why. It's wrong because you have not used reported speech. Our first sentence is in direct speech. We know this because the sentence is in quotation marks. However, our second sentence is using indirect speech, and this means that everything needs to move back 1 tense. So, the present simple becomes the past simple. The present continuous becomes the past continuous. The past simple becomes the past perfect. The past continuous becomes the past perfect continuous. You get the idea, I hope. As a result, we cannot say Sarah told us that we have to, because have to is the present simple, and our original direct speech sentence was in the present simple. Instead, we need to use the past simple. So we should say, Sarah told us that we had to bring a gift to the party. Seriously, guys, please do not make little mistakes with reported speech. It's very easy to overlook, and if you do overlook it, then you will lose marks. To help you, I've even made this fantastic video here all about reported speech because I'm a great guy. Marvelous! Here is our next super common and super simple mistake that students make when they're doing their keyword transformations. Have a look and see if you can answer this keyword transformation correctly. If your answer to this question was, even if it was raining, we played outside, give yourself a slap because you're wrong. Ugh, terrible. No, seriously, okay. I'm not angry. I'm just really disappointed in you. Please remember, we use even if for conditionals. We're talking about hypothetical situations that also contain a concessive element. That sounds complicated. However, just remember, it's most commonly used in second and third conditionals. For example, even if I had known, I still wouldn't have told you. Or, even if I were the last man on earth and everyone else were a woman, I'd still be single. However, in our first sentence, we're not talking about something hypothetical. We're not creating a conditional here. We're talking about a situation in the past. So, no conditionals and definitely no if. Instead, we need even though, which is a simple concessive. It's the same as although or though. Just remember the those, okay? Remember those. Yeah, that's just more confusing, isn't it? So our answer is even though it was raining, we played outside. And remember the difference between even if and even though. Goodbye. Oh golly, okay, let's take a look at our next keyword transformation and let's see if you make a very simple and avoidable mistake. If you said, I use my girlfriend's office like a retro games room, then you are incredibly stupid. No, you're not stupid, but you're wrong. You're really wrong. Remember, we use like to mean similar to. For example, you are like a brother to me. This means you are not my brother, but you're very similar to a brother. Or you look like a homeless person. This means you're not a homeless person, but you have the same appearance as a homeless person. But in this sentence, my girlfriend's office isn't like a retro games room, because I literally play my retro video games in her office. Actually, she left me years ago, so... But I still have my games. But because the room literally has this function, we don't want to say like. Instead, we want to say as. I use my girlfriend's office as a retro game room. Please don't make that mistake, okay? Do you promise? Good. I trust you. Let's have a look at our next keyword transformation and see if you make this very simple, very stupid mistake. If you said, you speak English so good that you should turn professional, then, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Why? Well, because good is an adjective, and we don't need an adjective here. Remember, we use adjectives to describe nouns. However, here, we are describing the verb to speak. And that means we need an adverb. The question is, what is the adverb of good? Well. You speak English so well, you should turn professional. You can say so well that or so well you should. It doesn't matter. But yes, adverbs. Students often forget to think about whether they need an adverb or an adjective, and instead they'll just use an adjective. But this is a terrible mistake. You could lose 1 whole mark by doing this, and that could be the difference between a pass and a fail, or an A and a B. Or a B and a C, but who cares about that? No one. Adverbs. Remember your adverbs, alright? Okay, good. Let's have a look at our final, very stupid mistake that B2 first students often make. This one may catch you out, because in order to answer it successfully, you need to know how to use quantifiers with countable and uncountable nouns. And that sounds confusing, but it's not. In this example, we need to talk about time. I don't mean time as in how many times have you done something, because in that sense, time is countable. But time in the sense of general time, the passing of time, that thing that we just cannot stop, that is uncountable. Because time is uncountable, after there we need to use is instead of are. So, there is to go to the gym. Now we can use our keyword. Why not? There is to go to the gym before work. Now, of course, the noun we're talking about is time. So there is to time to go to the gym before work. But what is the quantifier that we need? Well, time is uncountable. So we cannot say few. We use few to talk about a very small amount of countable nouns. But because time is uncountable, we need to use little. Which finally gives us there is too little time to go to the gym before work. Often here students will say something like there is too few time or there are too few times because they cannot understand whether time is countable or uncountable, and they don't know which quantifier goes with countable nouns and which quantifier goes with uncountable nouns. So remember, we use few and a few with countable nouns. Few means not enough, a few means a decent quantity. We use little with uncountable nouns. Little means not enough, and a little means a decent quantity. Okay? Okay. And so there we have it. Those were 5 common mistakes that B2 First students make when doing keyword transformations. And hopefully, you've made these mistakes now, so when you take your exams, you won't make them. Ho-ho-ho! Isn't that marvelous? Yes, it's great. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below. My name is Toby, and this was Smash English.